Okay everyone, in this video I will talk a little bit about how we can close future contracts. So we have Zhang in this case, and Zhang is going to want to sell 100,000 bushels of corn in September. He enters a future to provide the buyer with the 100,000 bushels of corn in September at a price of 3.78 a bushel. Okay, in August, so we're not in September yet, right? But in August, a future contract for the delivery in September, so the same future contract he got in March, right? Now the future price on that contract is $3. So if you have 100,000 bushels that you want to sell in September, you'll get $3 per bushel. So basically here what happened, right, is the year has been pretty good, and people are convinced that there's going to be a lot of corn, so the price of corn will be lower, right? And at the beginning of the year, then maybe people thought the year would be bad and the future price was higher. But now that there's less uncertainty, we're kind of sure the price will be lower, and so the price of the futures is also has also moved. Okay, Zhang decides to close his contract by buying 100,000 bushel of corn for delivery in September. Right? He already sold 100,000 bushels for delivery in September, and now he's going to buy 100,000 bushels for delivery in September. So these two contracts will basically cancel out, right? On the third Friday of September, he's going to have to sell 100,000, but he also gets to buy 100,000. So how much is he buying net? He's buying 0 net, right? But and here's the deal. Here's what's important is that the 100 bushels that he's going to sell, that's money he's going to get, but the 100,000 bushels that he's going to sell, he sells them at 3.78 a bushel, right? And the $100,000 that the 100,000 bushels that he's going to buy, he's going to buy these bushels at a price of $3. So basically, Zhang will make 78 cents per contract, right? He's going to make 3.78 times 100,000 minus 300,000. That's this number here, right? So he's basically going to make 78 cents per contract. So he's going to make, or per bushels. So he's going to make $78,000, right? But here's the deal, though. Now, Zhang has no hedge against changes in the spot price of corn, right? Now, if the spot price changes for corn, Zhang is not getting 3.78 anymore. Okay, but this is how you can exit a contract. And notice that this number could actually be negative, right? If the price of corn had gone up to $4, then that number would be negative. In September, Zhang would actually lose money. He would need to pay someone money. But that's how you can exit the contract, because now there's nothing else that can happen to you. If the price of corn changes, right, it doesn't matter for you anymore. You're selling 100,000 bushels at 3.78. You're buying 100,000 bushels at $3. So you're not affected by changes in the price of the bushel of corn anymore. In this case, it's not really true. If we assume that Zhang is not a speculator, which he could be, if we assume that he is actually a farmer and he wants to sell his bushels, well, he's still going to get bushels in September that he's going to have to sell. And so in that case, he would still be exposed to the spot price. But this was just to kind of showcase how you can close a position. Hopefully it's clear. It's not super complicated. But students tend to struggle with the concept, so don't hesitate to reach out if there's any issues.